Welcome back to Sports Rapp Live, everybody. Of course, shout out to the Rapp Pack. We are here in the building. The Bud Light Studios on Sports Talk 790 and the iHeartRadio app. And it just got a little bit warmer in here, of course, because Kadoma from the Htown Sneaker Summit is live here on the microphone, and he's got the heat for your feet from the street. How are you, Kadoma?
Man, I'm doing all right. How's everybody doing tonight?
Great, absolutely, man. We, you know how we do it. We talk sports, we talk sneakers, we talk about the culture of sports.
That's right, man. It's been going hand in hand for quite some time now. You know, I tune into Sports Talk 790 in the mornings, listen to the big show, hear those guys getting into sneaker talk every once in a while. Even saw a tweet from Matt Jackson this week talking about this is the first time in his life he sported a pair of Jordans this week, and I believe, you know,
we need to find out what he was rocking.
We need to find out what he was rocking. So.
Absolutely. Well, hey, Matt, if you're listening right now, Matt Jackson, of course, of The Big Show with Adam Wexler and Lance Zerline. If you're listening, man, let us know what Jordan. He probably doesn't even know what Jordans he was wearing. But
hey, it's all good. They got the box tag on there, so just read it off, put it on Twitter.
Or put it on Twitter.
We're listening at Sports Rap Live. My Twitter handle's at Kadoma. I'm about to post the Sneak of the Week on that Twitter handle right now. That's Kadoma. So everybody can go check it out. But that's what we aim to do here on the Sneak of the Week segment, is bring you the latest heat on the street to your feet each and every week right here on Sports Rap Live.
That sounded like
Thursday
you were kicking
night.
a 16 right there.
So,
yeah, right? Kadoma's straight out the studio,
straight
man.
freestyling.
Straight out the studio.
Well, you know, I heard Bun B was in the building, so I, you know, been
Bun B, of
been
course.
working on that.
Of course, Bun B had his own intro on Sports Rap Live. But hey, let's take it right there to the sneaker world, man. Let's take it to the news. One of the sneakers that we have here on the table is not the sneak of the week, but we always bring you sneak peeks, and we always bring you, you know, what's the buzz there in the sneaker world. And this is the Fly Wade. Of course, the Fly Wade is the Air Jordan Jumpman. You know, if you want to call it. Premier sneaker on court, but
yeah, in the studio tonight we have the Jordan brand Fly Wade 2. This is Dwayne Wade's signature sneaker that we're talking about here. This is actually his second signature sneaker that he's been sporting this season, and being that 2012.
Well, has he really been sporting it? Because D Wade's been out with a foot injury as of late.
He's been battling some plantar fasciitis, but you know, being that this is an Olympic year, we're seeing a lot of performance footwear, you know, being taken to the next level, and this is one of them. This shoe right here features lunar foam in the midsole, which is more of a lightweight foam, and then it features Nike's new Hyperfuse in the upper to give it more of like a light yet tortoise shell type fit.
Now, apparently the Fly Wade ain't so fly, because there was a picture of LeBron trying to coax D Wade the other night into wearing some LeBron 9s. Of course, LeBron 9 years in the league. Sneaker numbers go by years in the league. Of course, all started by the Air Jordan 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And LeBron was trying to get those 9s on D Wade's feet.
Hey man, anything for a little help. They look like they need it the past couple of nights. Dwayne Wade actually used to be the signature spokesperson for Jordan Brand for a couple of years. He was actually wearing Mike's shoe, which continued the lineage. I think he wore the 2010s and the 2011s. This year they will have an Air Jordan 2012, but D Wade has his own signature shoe now. Whether or not it's fitting well with him on the court is you know, kind of
yet to be seen.
Yet to be seen right now. But in the past we have seen signature athletes not agree with their signature footwear on the court. So it's been a problem.
Yeah, well, and you know what we talk about, those materials these days. You know, if it's not elite material on a sneaker, it makes all the world of difference.
Well, I think brands are, you know, brands are trying to get lighter and lighter, and we're seeing that with the Adidas Superlight. We're seeing that with a lot of the Nike basketball shoes, and you know, it can create injury problems. The thinner and lighter, and you know, the materials are on the shoe.
And Kobe, you know, Kobe made news a few years ago when he went back to a low top style soccer sneaker. You know, high on performance, high on speed, quickness, but not so high on the ankle support.
That's right. You know, the new Kobe 7's out. It debuted Christmas Day. Comes with a choice of ankle support or non-ankle support, and Kobe chose to go with the non-ankle support version on Christmas.
That is true. Of course, Christmas Day is a huge day. If people out there didn't know, I'm sure everybody caught it on the news. The Concords came out. There was lines all over the country. There was, I don't want to say chaos, but, you know, the media would like it to be chaos over a sneaker, over a $150 sneaker. The Get Money boys out there at Greenspoint, of course. Shout out to YO. 713. He's a Rapp packer, and he's big sneakerhead.
He's always winning.
Always winning. YO's always winning. You'll hear us reference YO on the airwaves now.
With lottery tickets.
And you just know. You need lotto numbers, you hit up YO713 on Twitter, and he will give you those winning numbers.
Well, you know, there's always been that holiday, Christmas, you know, or gift or hype or item that everyone's looking for, whether it's a PlayStation or iPhone. But, you know, Jordan Brand just happened to cook up their own little perfect storm, bringing out arguably the most popular Air Jordan shoe of all time right the week of Christmas weekend.
Yeah,
so
not Black
literally
Friday.
Everyone and their grandmother was out there trying to grab a pair of those, but it was the most produced Air Jordan shoe of all time. And
now tell people out there, you know, who may remember Air Jordans from their youth or not into the sneaker game now, tell them what was significant about the Concord.
What is significant about the Concord is that is the shoe that Jordan wore on the court upon his first comeback from retirement to, you know, capture that next ring, I believe his 4th ring.
Now, what material was on that sneaker that made it so unique?
Patent leather toe. You know, MJ told the designer Tinker Hatfield that people are going to wear these to dress up and go out. Tinker didn't believe him, but I think it was...
you heard that from Tinker's mouth.
Yes, I heard that from Tinker's own mouth. I think it was Boys to Men that wore those to do a performance on the... on some kind of award show, and Jordan called him up immediately and said, "I told you."
I told you so.
Yeah.
Told you so. All right, well, what else is going on in the world of sneakers, Kadoma, before we get into the sneak of the week?
Man, we're just working real hard on our 8th annual winter event coming up at Reliance Center on January 29th.
Round of applause. Round of applause.
That is ours. That is our 17th Htown Sneaker Summit that's been going on here in Houston biannually every summer, every winter. We started in a sports bar, moved to a nightclub, then to a concert venue. Last year's 2 events were at the Toyota Center, and this year we're making a brand new move to the Reliance Center. They're offering us a little more room, a little more freedom, so I'm anxious to see what's going to come with that. I think it can help our event grow to the next level, even though I'm kind of overwhelmed at the level it's at right now.
Sure.
But there's still room for growth, man, and I've kept telling myself, as long as it's successful, we're going to keep pushing it to the next level. So that's what we aim to do January 29th.
Well, the success is definitely it's taking a life of its own, because now you have, you know, we mentioned YO, we mentioned the Rapp Pack, we mentioned, you know, Tanner, Ralph G. We've got all these guys out there that just go hard for the Sneaker Summit just because it's such a great event. It's such a great gathering, not only for Houston, but now the entire United States and even out of the country.
Well, I think a secret to our success is we're an event built around a community, built around a culture. We're not a crew putting on an event. We are a community, and you know, everybody comes together as part of that community, and twice a year Houston opens its doors to allow the rest of the world to come in and see how we do it.
That's right, and we do it big. We do it big. It's going to be an entire weekend of festivities, of course, starting with Sports Rap Live on Thursday nights from 8 to 10 p.m., and then on into the weekend, and then, of course, the event starts at 3 p.m. You can get your tickets at Ticketmaster, of course.
It's going to be on Ticketmaster soon. For right now, it's on Eventbrite.com. If you can't find that, you can just go to HtownSneakerSummit.com and find all the info right there.
Well, for 127 weeks now, Kadoma, you and I have come up with, pulling our hair out of our head, to come up with, sometimes it's easy, sometimes you never know. It's a slow week in the sneaker world, but we have brought the good people and the great listeners of Sports Rap Live, the Htown Sneaker Summit, Sports Rap Live, Sneak of the Week. And without further ado, Gons, would you cue up that drum roll for the 127th time? Here we are, Sports Rap Live, Htown Sneaker Summit. Sneak of the Week is
the Year of the Dragon Nike Air Force One.
Bam! Let them know. Tell the people out there who can't see it right now
Nike
on
Air
the
Force,
podcast.
I think everybody knows what the Nike Air Force One is. It's a classic Nike silhouette. Actually, the first Nike basketball shoe to feature an encapsulated air unit in the heel. This is a low-top version. It's to commemorate the Year of the Dragon. For several years now, Nike has came out with shoes inspired or paying homage to the Chinese zodiac signs, and most of them have been Air Force Ones. Here lately, they've been using other signature models. I believe my year, the Year of the Tiger, was some Cortez. The Year of the Rabbit was also, or the Year of the Ox, they had a Blazer.
They did, yep.
But this year, the Year of the Dragon, which in the Chinese zodiac, good looking Tagans on that beat right there. But you know, the Year of the Dragon's supposed to be the most auspicious sign in the Chinese zodiac. So I guess Nike's going to unload. They're going to come out with the Year of the Dragon Kobe's, KD4s, Jordan 2012s, and they even have a grade school dunk for the kiddos out there. So some other brands are jumping into the mix. I've seen some Converse Chuck Taylors and even a pair of New Balance 574s. But this particular pair right here, it features, you know, black silky material on the upper with some Chinese dragon print on it, a nice embroidered Chinese dragon on the tongue tag, and then a reptile type skin on the swoosh with a leather white outsole. Very clean, simple look, and these retail for $200 this Saturday at select Nike accounts. Well, you know what they say, man. It's 2012, so this may be your last chance to get your hands on a pair of some Chinese zodiac sneakers. So this is the last one.
Before we go over to the the Mayan calendar.
That's right.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that's what it is, Kadoma. I appreciate you coming by. Let them know one more time all about Htown Sneaker Summit.
Thanks for having me. We'll be bringing you the Sneak of the Week here each and every week. Check out HtownSneakerSummit.com for all the info on the big event coming up. You can get at me on Twitter at Kadoma or at Htown Sneaker Summit, and email me your sports and sneaker takes to Kadoma at sports790.com. In the upcoming weeks, I'll try to read the best one on air.
That sounds great. And Kadoma's not just here for sneakers. Kadoma is a huge sports fan. Of course, he grew up here, skateboarding the streets of Houston, Texas, and he's a huge sports fan. Of course, always out there at the Texans games. Goes hard for the Rockets. Astros not so much, but baseball's not your thing. But that's cool. You still go for the hometown.
Yeah, I'll go for the hometown, man. We'll see if they can capture me this season. I'm looking forward to the 50th anniversary season and the new owner. So I'm a big fan of that.
All right,
we'll see where that takes us.
And Andrew will be
American League.
In the American, well, that's next year. One more year in the National League. But Andrew will be out there covering all the games this season. Of course, you want to stay tuned to that in the Martinez Report, and you want to stay tuned to Kadoma with all the news from around the sneaker world. Thank you so much, Kadoma, for stopping by. Not to mention, hey, we're going to be out there at the Htown Sneaker Summit broadcasting on Sports Talk 790, which is January 29th at Reliance Center. So make sure you guys come by, check us out live, or hey, if you can't make it out there, at least tune in to Sports Talk 790 in the iHeartRadio app. So appreciate it, man. All right, well, let's keep the show going. We're heading in the home stretch here. It is 9:30. So I want to just take this moment to thank you guys for tuning in. If anybody out there is listening, we want to grow. We want to grow a new audience because the Rapp Pack has definitely come out and supported us at Sports Talk at Junction Bar and Grill on Sports Rap Live. So now that we're here on your airwaves, AM and iHeartRadio listeners, we want you guys to jump in, and you can always jump in on Twitter at Sports Rap Live or call in. We're going to take some Texans calls if you guys want to talk Texans at 713-219-3776. 212.
I want to hear a crazy Texan guy.
I would love to hear crazy.
That's all I hear, and that's
now.
all I see is crazy Texas fans when I'm around.
Yeah, or you hear them on other shows calling in, and
they don't want me talking about Lakers. They want Texans.
They want Texans all the time. We are here in H-Town, if you guys didn't know, but we talk about all sports. You know, we are going to keep it live and local, but we're going to talk about sports stories from around the world.
Of course.
That's what we do here on Sports Rap Live. All right, well, we're going to get into a segment that we enjoy. It's been a lot of fun since we started it live on our podcast and our live broadcast at Junction Bar and Grill. But it's called Tweet, Delete, and Retweet.
Don't press in.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
You know about that.
Herm. Thank you, Herm, for jumping in on that. Nice job. Yes, do not press send if you're not sure about that tweet.
Don't press in.
But what it is,
Don't press send.
Do not. But if you like what we're talking about, if you like the Twitter rant that we're talking about or the subject that we're talking about, hey, you're gonna tweet that. If you absolutely cannot stand it, you absolutely just want to erase it from your phone or wherever you're checking your Twitter, you're gonna delete that. Or hey, you know what? If you feel exactly the same way and you know you could have said it better yourself, then what are you gonna do? You're gonna retweet that. So let's get right into it, and we're gonna start with Floyd Money Mayweather. He's off to the.
Just saying his name, I'm already angry.
Are you?
My bank account's angry. I feel angry about my betting, my sports betting. I mean, I'm riled up. I am riled up with Floyd Money Mayweather.
Well, you know, hey, we could do tweet, delete, retweet every week on Money Mayweather.
Oh, of course.
Yes, exactly. But tonight it's a very special one because, as I mentioned, he is off to the Gray Bar Motel. He is off to the Big Pokey here, and apparently a judge has pushed back the sentence to allow him to get this supposed May 5th fight.
Is this not the definition of more money, more problems?
It really is.
I mean, it really is. It really, really is.
Yeah, and you know, the guy has dodged this fight, okay, with Pacquiao. We all want to see this fight. We all want this to happen. Am I right?
No, this is the fight every boxing fan, well, pretty much every non-MMA fan, even some MMA fans, want to see. We've been talking about it forever.
For years.
It's like, is it going to happen? Is it? I mean, I don't really know if it is.
I hope so. I sure hope so.
I mean, when you look at Money Mayweather, he pound for pound maybe the best defensive fighter we've ever seen.
You know who we should ask?
Who's that?
Premium Pete. Let's bring him on.
Oh no.
Did you just hang up on him? All right, let's see.
Good evening.
Oh, greetings, Premium Pete.
790, Sports Rap Live, and the beautiful folks in Texas and whoever else is listening. Even the folks in Angola.
You know, hey,
they have the iHeartRadio app out in Angola. You know they do.
Absolutely, they do. Listen, you know, the airwaves have a way to get into a lot of people's ear holes. And when we're talking sports, there's no other place to definitely talk with Sports Rap Live and Sports Rap 790.
Well, hey, Pete, you know what? I'm sorry we didn't get you on to talk about your Giants, but I know you're torn. We did mention it. You're kind of torn this weekend in the matchup between the Giants and the Packers, and I think Gonz is going to play something for you right now. You going to play something for Pete? You want to play?
Drop.
Yeah, let's play. Hey, Pete, we got something for you. Props to DJ Gonz. You ready for this?
Yeah, I'm ready.
The Giants of New York took on the Packers of Green Bay. And in the end, the Giants triumphed by kicking an oblong ball made of pigskin to a big H. It was a most gripping victory.
Are we still ready?
Oh, hey, we just dropped it on you. Of course, that was from Coming to America. That was submitted by DTI, Andrew Martinez. Tell the people out there why you're torn. And I want to get into this Mayweather thing because we're doing tweet, delete, and retweet. But Pete, just tell people out there, of course, you know, we mentioned it earlier, but why don't you tell people why you're torn about this matchup?
Oh, man, I mean, you know, I come from New York. I grew up in New York. I've been a Giants fan all my life. Big blue G man. That's what it's all about. Bleed blue defense.
We couldn't tell by your accent, by the way.
No, I mean, listen, it could be told, maybe it's not. So the bottom line is, you know, we got a big matchup. As everyone knows, you know, the Giants played real great last week. A lot of people are starting to get the feeling around here that they could go on a run. You know, the defense is lights out. So, I mean, and also I'm torn because I've been friends with Ryan Graham from the Packers for a while. And I was speaking to him earlier, and the great thing about it is that the weather is not too bad out there this time around. Giants played in 07. out there was, you had frozen beers out there when it was, they were fighting. Now we're looking at about 20 degrees Sunday, and, I think that they have a big chance to pull it off. Listen, the Packers lost to the Chiefs. I mean, the Giants should have a chance.
All right, Pete, that's great. We're also trying to do this tweet, delete, retweet. So who do you have in this whole Money May versus Pacquiao? What are your feelings on that? Because right now, Money May, he's about to get a prison sentence, but you got to get reduced at him.
Yeah, Pete. Let me just kind of get everybody caught up to speed. This is our tweet, delete, retweet segment where we take a tweet from an athlete, an owner, or maybe even a fan, and we decide whether we're going to tweet, delete, or retweet it. And the actual tweet itself says, and I retweeted it, so I'm going to tell you right off the bat, I retweeted it as soon as I saw this come over my Twitter feed, and we are at Sports Rapp Live, that's Rapp with 2 P's. But Floyd Mayweather basically said, I'm ready to put my belt up. What about you, Manny Pacquiao? Let's make history. My jail sentence was pushed back because the date was locked in. Step up, punk. Manny Pacquiao, I'm calling you out. Let's fight May 5th and give the world what they want to see.
Now, Pete, what do you think about that?
I mean, I think the whole world wants to see that, but what I really think is that, I'm with the money team. Not the get money boys, but the money team. And I really think that it would be, everybody wants to see this matchup.
I personally, I think it should be like a WWE fight where it's like a get out of town match. If you lose, you go to prison.
Yeah,
I know Manny Pacquiao hasn't done anything wrong, but you know what? Let's commute the sentences. Let's make it to where, if you lose, and let's also make it the night before Mayweather goes to prison.
Right.
A night before you go to prison matchup, that would be incredible.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. If he doesn't fight him, then Mayweather's going to probably find someone in the joint that's going to want to fight him by the time he comes out.
Oh, of course. You know how they do that.
Yeah.
It's like put up or shut up, I really think that they should make it like a WWE get-out-of-town match. Really?
Well, I want to see the fight in the yard. Let Money May go in, and I want to see the
Pay-per-view in
fight
the yard,
in the
Adam?
yard. Yeah.
Pay-per-view in the yard?
Pay-per-view in the yard, and if Money May wins the fight like he thinks he's going to win against Pacquiao,
Shanks
he
the
gets
other
to
guy.
walk out the front door. How's that?
Yeah.
And Ray J will be playing a song on the piano.
Oh, man. Hey, Pete, we got another caller that wants to talk about Mayweather, man. We appreciate you checking in. Of course, we told the good listeners of sports, we're going to have you on Sunday, of course, to talk.
Right after the game.
Right after the game.
We're getting on.
We're going to be talking about the NFC Championship game that the Giants will be in when I'm on Sports Talk 790 with the Sports Rap Live family.
Against two, the Saints or the 49ers.
It's going to be the 49ers.
Good call. That's an Andrew Martinez
All right,
pick
we'll
right
check you
there.
out next week, Pete.
All right, Pete,
on
thanks
Sunday,
for calling
actually,
in.
Pete.
Yep, we'll talk to you Sunday. All right, let's take another call here. We got Adrian. Adrian, are you on the line?
Hey, it was good, y'all. It was good, man.
Hey, how's the show sound, man? It's our first night on Sports Talk 790. We sounded good?
Actually, man, y'all sound real cool, man. Y'all sound real cool. My friend called me up, and I'm a big sneakerhead, man. Like, really, really huge sneakerhead. My friend called me up and said, dude, these boys, because we listen to 790 all day. Said, dude, these boys on 790, I've never heard before, but they're talking about sneakers. You might want to check it out.
Hey, well, I'm gonna let Kadoma say something to you personally.
That's what's up, man. Thanks for tuning in, and I hope you enjoy the show. We're going to continue to do it, each and every week here Thursday nights with the Sneak of the Week. Have you ever heard of the Htown Sneaker Summit before?
Yeah. Actually, man, I was going to go last year, but some stuff came up. But I know on the 29th I will be up there.
Hey, man, we've been doing it for 8 years biannually. We don't plan on stopping anytime soon. So if you miss this one, the summer one's coming right up.
That's right. And we'll be broadcasting, of course,
but if you missed the
all day
last
long.
one, then you got to be at this one.
That's right.
Oh, no, for sure. Hey, I'm going to be at this one for sure. Man, there's a couple of sneakers I'm looking for, so...
Well, put it out there. Why don't you tell us what you're looking for?
I'm actually looking for some Aqua Jordan 8.
All right.
Those are what I'm really looking for. And, man, right now I'm debating whether or not
What?
to got down package 22.
What size you wear?
Size 12.
All right, everybody.
What is this, Craigslist?
Everybody, no, I'm just saying, everybody listening
What
out
is
there
this, a
on the
swap meet
iHeartRadio app.
misconnections? What is this?
Yeah, man, those are the ones I'm looking for. I've been looking for those for a while. And, man, I talked to BNGS and on the forum that I'm on.
Well, hey, Hey, Adrian, we're up against the break, man. I got to tell you, I wanted to get you in on your Mayweather take, but now you know where to
But
go
it's all good.
for your
Every-
sports
Hey,
and
that's our
sneaker talk.
That's our first guest that we didn't plan.
That's right.
All right, before I go,
Yep.
There you go.
Okay,
You
you,
got
called
it
your
in
shot
real
going to
quick.
break. All right, well, hey, we got to go to break.
And
Thanks.
while you go to
Thanks to
break,
Adrian.
everybody dig in the closet for them size 12s. Bring them out to Reliance Center on January
Swap me,
29th.
Craigslist.
There you go. We'll be right back here on Sports Rap Live.